Satnam, Hanraj Kaur here. I am so excited to share with you this amazing Magick meditation. Magick with a K. So sometimes we have this occult kind of scary feeling when we see magic spelled that way, but magic, when it's spelled that way, takes it all the way back to the Egyptian times when the scientists were the magicians and the magicians were the healers. And they were the ones that were the most connected to all of the ancient wisdom. From when the gods walked on the earth with the humans and we built the pyramids and we attuned them to the sky, and everything that we were was attuned to the earth and her rhythm and the heavens above us. And in that rhythm, we could be in rhythm with each other. And that's what this Magick meditation is for you, to bring magic back into your life. There is an alignment that we all need. And the reason we chant ancient mantras and we do the kriyas is that they polish our personality. They surrender the ego in such a way that we can hear the voice of the soul. And when we can hear the voice of the soul, we have an opportunity to have more joy, to have true love, to not be concerned about money and health, those fears that bombard us. They can be put aside because we are now attuned to the goodness and the rhythm of our soul and of God itself. So, this Magick meditation starts with what is called the Tershula Kriy. The Tershula Kriy is also known as the thunderbolt of Shiva. And in the yogic tradition, there's a godhead that is Brahman, Vishnu, and Shiva. Shiva we also often see dancing with Shakti. And Shakti is the feminine life force. And Shiva is the destroyer. We're working with the thunderbolt of Shiva, destroying our phobias, destroying our fears. I'm so sorry. I said a lot. I think that the Sudarshan chakra is about father phobias. It's not. It's other phobias. So it's all good. This is the one that actually is the father phobia one and other stuff. And how this works is we get to have this alignment with this father figure, Shiva. And Shiva destroys our insecurities and destroys the parts of our ego that are making us small. What it does is it makes the ego right size so that Shiva can protect the soul. And in a way, the soul is Shakti. When you see a picture of Krishna and Radha, Radha's all cuddled up to him. And it's like the lover and the beloved. That's what it is with you and the divine. We are the beloved's lover. We are the bride of the one. And this Kriya brings in balance and harmony, which is perfect for autumn. So it balances the building blocks of life, the gunas, the gunas. So it's balancing Rajas, Sattvic, and Tamas. It's balancing the mutable energy, the fixed energy, and the cardinal energy. As we begin our Magick sadhana, we are in a cardinal energy. We are in that energy that is sattvic. It is what creates magic and miracles. It also requires that we take a leap, that we trust something bigger than ourselves in order to step into a larger part of our soul. Along with balancing the gunas, because that's happening in the Tershula Kriy, it balances the three branches of our nervous system. The etheric, oh God, now I'm totally drawing a blank. The parasympathetic, the sympathetic, and the etheric nervous system. When they work together, our blood pressure lowers, our heart slows down, our mind experiences waves of theta more often. We become accessible to dreamlike solutions in a wakeful situation. We even enter gamma oftentimes when we stick with this meditation a lot, which brings us into the super consciousness, the mind of God. Yay. So we are balancing in the season of balance. Autumn is also the beginning of the dark time. The harvest is actually over. That comes at Lammas in August, is the main part of the ending of the harvest. this is the last part when you're actually cleaning up what you had in the garden, the leaves and the vines. It is when those leaves dry out to such a part that they actually fly off the tree, right? So it's about becoming lighter in what has been heavy this year. It's about looking at your spring and summer and letting go of what isn't changing. And this Kriya is going to work for you. This is how you do it. You take your left hand and you let the thumb come out. And you take the right the same way. And you just lay the right hand on it. So I kind of line up the middle thumbs, and then that's it. And it kind of looks like a trident, right? So that's the three-headed God. So this, you bring it out flat, and then you raise it up 10%. It's like 10% between being 90 and up. So it's like you're reading a book. You're gonna close your eyes and just look at the back of your eyelids. You listen to this mantra that we're hearing right now. And that you use to regulate your breath. It's a 4-part breath. And what makes this so beautiful, especially if you just did the Sadhana Chakra Kriya, is that there's so much femininity and softness and creativity and choice in this Kriya. So we are like this, our eyes are closed. We inhale slowly. And then at the top of the inhale, we bring in the navel. And then we listen and mentally chant, Had, Had, Wahe. We mentally chant as many times as we feel comfortable holding the breath. So we inhale and then we mentally chant holding the breath with the navel in. As you do that, visualize white light building around your hands. White light building around the hands. Then you exhale. As you exhale, visualize lightning shooting out of your fingertips. At the end of the exhale, pull the root lock and listen to the mantra and chant in your head. Had, 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 Wahe Guru, Had. And then when you've reached your capacity, inhale and you repeat. So it's inhale, pull the navel, mentally chant, build the light around your hands. Exhale, shoot these lightning rods of light out your fingertips. Hold the breath out, squeeze the mulban. Mentally chant Had, Had, Waheguru, and keep the cycle going. My experience has been this, it's so soft, and it's so sweet, and it's so healing. It's so beautiful, and so powerful. You're going to feel healing right away. So the other benefit, besides bringing your nervous system and the gunas in balance, which is already super freaking huge, it ignites the healing capacity of you in your hands and your projection. So by doing this, you're healing yourself. So imagine that your aura, when you're shooting out that light, that lightning, the thunderbolt of Shiva is going into your aura, into your life, and it's bouncing off the aura and into your body and into your cells and into your mind. It is absorbing you in the thunderbolt of Shiva, destroying that which is not working for you anymore. Those insecurities, that illness, that confusion, that is what it's after. Every once in a while, I find that when I'm doing this, that I'll think of people that I know and I love. And the next time I shoot it out, I imagine that it's going to them, whatever is appropriate. But I try to not have any mental attachment. Like, I don't try to direct the light. So if somebody pops in, it's like, I just let, like, kind of like a wave. It came and let it go. And to mostly understand that I am building the light for my own healing, for my own surrender, so that as a healer, as a mother, as a lover, as a friend, I'm more juicy. My hands are on fire with love and healing. My mind is clear, and my projection now can be more in tune to intuition, psychic ability, and the answers that people sometimes need from me as a healer or as a wife or a mama. So that's a Tershula. So when we do our practice, we start with the tune in, the protection, we go right into Tershula. Then we're going to chant the 13th Purdy. So in the Japji, there are many verses, and they go through different things. There's some on listening, and there is some on, this is the section that is on agreeing. The 12th, 13th, 14th, and 15th are on agreeing. The 12th spells it slightly different, and it's really more about the effect a community receives because we agree. That's a different one. We're not doing that one today. But the 13th is about the occult powers. It's about receiving the knowledge and the wisdom from the entire universe. It's about nothing being hidden from you. And in order for nothing to be hidden from you, what has to happen is you have to be free from the fear of death. And the fear of death is what causes our addictions. It's what causes us to have other insecurities, inability to trust love, health conditions, so many things. Almost everything negative stems from, ultimately, our fear of death. And then, there's an echelon of death. The last thing to go is the physical body, just like the last thing to leave the tree is the actual physical leaf. Before that, the life force and the nutrients and what gave that leaf substance is what begins to be sucked away at fall. So this particular the Purdy's playing. This particular Purdy is about ridding us of that so that we can chant the Nam and the mind becomes pure. When the mind becomes pure, it becomes a mirror of God, and there is nothing you cannot know. Anything you don't know, it's because you don't want to know. And my experience with knowing is the best place to be with knowing is to know you don't know. Now, I know that sounds like a paradox, but it's not an egotistical thing. In fact, the things we want to know the most, I doubt very much you could even put it into words. It is what you feel. It is what you feel deeply when you're walking in nature. It is what a sadhana brings up and you feel. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. So tune in to the video. We will have a little fun at the end, and I love you. Sadhana.